So inclusive excellence is a framework, and the framework aims to ensure that we are embedding, implementing, assessing best practices concerning DEI in everything that we do. So there are actually 5 pillars of the inclusive excellence framework. So that is access and success, that is infrastructure, that is climate, that is education and scholarship, and that is community engagement.
Here on the Belknap campus, we have many demographic groups that are engaged in supporting and helping and educating our students with one bottom line, and that's student success.
It's important for inclusive excellence to be a part of everything that we do, just to ensure that sense of belonging, to make sure that everyone has access, to make sure that everyone knows that they're being supported, and that our goal is for them to be successful, whether it's in their academic studies, in their career, in their personal and professional development.
We have an outstanding staff, and we not only are responsible for the Belknap campus, which is where the majority of our undergraduate students are located, but also the health science campus, where we have an amazing diversity program that centers around health equity.
Our mission is to focus on health equity. And we do this through education, we do this through advocacy. We do this by bringing these evidence-based resources to different populations, to different communities, to our campus in general.
So the Culture and Equity Center currently is home to the Cultural Center, the Women's Center, the Muhammad Ali Scholars Program, as well as the LGBT Center. Our services and our programs are open to all students, but we do have emphasis on some of our academic support programs, as well as our leadership and professional development resources that specifically target our most marginalized students.
I was actually a commuter student when I first started, and I knew that as a single parent, I wanted to be connected, and I found the Student Parent Association, and they were housed under the Women's Center, who is housed under the Cultural and Equity Center. So it was really the Student Parent Association that brought me to this space, and so much more that has kept me here.
I chose to go back to U of L for a lot of the same reasons that I chose U of L for undergrad. And a lot of that does have to do with U of L's diversity. I still remember during my campus tour for undergrad, walking out at the same time as a bunch of students who were going to lunch and looking around and seeing how diverse the group was. I was walking with my dad in that tour, and that's always the moment that he talks about as like, he knew I was going to choose U of L in that moment.
Some of the needs that of the students that we see, it may range from academic support, and so they just may need to come in and talk through some challenges that they may be having in their academic classes. They may be seeking out resources related to how to get involved on campus, how to be an engaged student here at the university, as well as personal and professional development resources.
I did have some financial burdens my freshman year, and I needed someone to talk to about different opportunities, as well as figuring out different ways to get involved on campus. I felt like this was a central location where I could come and figure out a lot of different things in one place.
We have lots of needs. Our students need that support, that they need to have that place where they can come to and feel safe. And it's not just students that you think about as the racial makeup, but it's all students, all identities, all cultures. We are a place where anyone can come and get that support.
Coming from outside the US, so I was actually born in Nepal, and my parents pursued their education outside of the US. For the college admissions process, I didn't really know what was going on, and I feel like having the support of people older than me would have helped substantially. So I really wanted to join MAPS for the opportunity to get that, but also help other people with the things I've learned so far.
I think our space has really done a great job of facilitating a space for students to feel like regardless of what their identity is, regardless of where they are, they can come into this space and be able to build connections with other people and establish meaningful relationships.
The importance of this office is not just for students, but it's for all the workforce. It brings an awareness and it brings a collaboration for all the pieces that can affect health equity.
UofL brought us speakers from diverse backgrounds and communities who were also in the healthcare field, and to me that was very eye-opening because I got to speak with people who were in the healthcare field that I was interested in and who were also from the same background as me. I met a doctor who is an immigrant, and I found that to be just very emotional for me to see someone, go through the same struggles that I went through and talk about how they overcame these struggles. So for me, I felt like it gave me the confidence that, okay, so I can do this as well.
I took part in the Bayard Rustin Living Learning community, which was just like a floor of LGBTQ students and allies. And in that program, I got to go on a civil rights immersion trip with the MLK Junior Scholars, which was incredible. Like, that experience is something I think about often. It's something I talk about often. I still remember walking across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, like holding hands with the other scholars. It was so special.
Through the support of the university, we were able to travel to South Africa and do meaningful work down there, get to know the locals, learn about the cultural and the history. And so, the Muhammad Ali Scholars Program to me was amazing.
The former director of the Women's Center had reached out to Louisville Metro Office for Women, and they were looking for a panelist for their Women's Equality Day. And the director had recommended me, so I was able to get connected with Louisville Metro Office for Women and then eventually go through their ambassador program, and I just graduated from that. So I have fostered not just so many connections here at the university, but within my community that have really helped me in my own personal life and achieving my own goals.
For those of us that kind of do this work, I think being able to just see, honestly, watching them graduate is something for me that's always super exciting, and just being able to see when certain things click, right? It's that when they schedule a meeting on your calendar just to really tell you something good and exciting just happened, or if they really had a really bad day, and them being able to just know that you're there for them, to talk with them and be able to kind of help them through these different challenges.
When I found out that I was the recipient of the Diversity Scholarship, the first place I came to celebrate was here at the Cultural Equity Center.
Any person, any advisor here at the Cultural Equity Center, I can come up to and talk about the issues that I'm having, and they will help me. They've helped me with letters of recommendation. They've helped me with personal stuff that I've had happen in my life. And through that support and through those conversations, it's made me much more of a better person.
Our goal is to build a sense of community and belonging, because we know that identities matter when it comes to health, but identities also matter at a university setting. When people feel like they belong, we know they thrive.
The LGBT Center staff has just been my cheerleaders like every step of the way. I have contacts and friends and colleagues who I met there who have been following me on this entire journey.
Within the first meeting that I came to, I found that everyone was super inclusive and was almost like jumping to help. So I made a bunch of connections within the first few weeks of my program and as I went on, and later that came in very handy as they gave me advice for which professors to take in school or which classes that I need to be successful.
To this day, I still use my connections and resources that UofL offered me. I still have those connections with me, and I always reach out to my peers for any help that I need, and they also can reach out to me.
I definitely feel like that I could come to anyone within the Cultural Center about any type of problem that I have, or if I need just like the resources to solve a problem. I feel like this is the main place that I would go, just because I know that the people that are helping me genuinely care for me.
They want to see everyone succeed, regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, and that keeps me here, because this space is safe.